The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Oh, yeah, cats and kittens. Welcome back to The Commercial Break. I'm Bryan Green. This is my dear friend and the co-host of this show, Chris and Joy Hoadley. Best to you, Chris.
Best to you, Bryan.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. Thanks for joining us on a TCB infomercial Tuesday with Zoltan, the comedian. The very hot, on fire.
So hot
Everybody
right
loves
now.
him. So hot. He's so hot. He's hot. He's hot to touch. He's hot to look at. Everybody thinks he's hot, including my wife.
Yes.
The reason why I'm so familiar with Zoltan's comedy is because Astrid sends me every single one of his reels. Every one. Every single. She's like, look at Zoltan. Look at what Zoltan said. So I don't know whether to be jealous or angry or just happy that he's here.
Just join in.
I'm just going to join in. But usually we do these intros before we talk to the person, but this time is a little bit different, and I'll explain why. But I want you to stick with us on this, okay? Because Zoltan is really good. He's really funny, and I'm not going to ask him to repeat this. So we recorded the interview with Zoltan, and about half a minute into the interview, Blue starts barking.
Yes.
Now, that's nothing new here at the studios. Blue is always barking, but it's usually one or two, three, maybe a bark for a couple minutes, and then she moves on to something else in her little pea brain. But this time
was different.
Blue barks the entirety of the interview. Yeah. But I didn't know it wasn't a bark like she was in trouble.
No.
It was just her normal obnoxious bark. Just every time there was a dead silence, she would bark. Why? Well, it turns out that Blue loves to get up on a bed here in the house, but she doesn't know how to get down. Mm-hmm. So she decided the best way to alert everybody that she's up in the bed was to bark obnoxiously for almost an hour.
Yeah, there's like little bouts of where she would stop,
Yes.
and I was like, okay, there's it.
That's it.
She's done, and then
It is, sometimes when Blue barks during the episodes, when I go back and we're editing the show, I don't really hear it. So I'm like, okay,
I can work around.
I'm hoping this is faint enough that it won't be so omnipresent during the episode, but I've already listened to it back a little bit, and I can already tell you right now, you're going to hear Blue. That's what you're going to do. But Zoltan is hilarious, and we were lucky to get him in here, and we're happy to have him, and he's going to have a big tour, links in the show notes to his tickets. He's got a brand new special that's on YouTube, available right now. All you got to do is go press play, links in the show notes. Zoltan has been doing this for a long time, and he's got he's a very unique delivery, a very unique affectation, and he uses it to his distinct advantage. Mm-hmm. He is really hilarious. There are a lot of comics that come on that I enjoy personally. A lot of the most of the comics that come on, we know in some way, shape, or form we've seen their material, and we like it. But this one kind of rises to the top of the list for me, for Astrid. Astrid's so excited that Zoltan's coming in. And
we're going to go
are
see
too.
his show, too.
Yeah, we're going to go see his show. He invites us to the show at the end of the interview, and it was so kind of him to do so. Mm-hmm. And that puts him automatically in the friend category here at the commercial break. When I don't have to pay, when just saving me just a little bit of money, I don't care if the tickets are in the fucking broom closet. I'm not fussy. I just want to go see Zoltan.
Yeah, it'll be a fun night out.
And he's playing at Center Stage, which is a great place to see.
It is.
It's where I saw my first ever comedy show, Pauly Shore.
Right, that's right.
Pauly Shore. So
wasn't there something about a cigarette involved in that story?
He bummed a cigarette.
Yes.
Even though he didn't smoke cigarettes, he bummed a cigarette. And we were 14 years old smoking Camel Wides. Remember Camel Wides?
Oh my God, yes.
We thought they were toys. You know what I'm saying? That's how young we were. We were just like, these are cool, Camel Wides. So here's something funny while we're talking about it, since we're already let the cat out of the bag, that we've already recorded this interview. So after we record the interview, a day or two later, Zoltan makes a post about his new special.
Yes.
And he says, the post is basically a lot what you'll hear here on the show, which is they pitched it to the streamers said no. We were in disbelief that any of the streamers would say no to Zoltan, but they said no, and that happens, and whatever. Hit the next one. Get him at the next one. So he posts that, and I make a comment. Mm-hmm. It's a big stream conspiracy. Rob Schneider has a special on Netflix. Think about that. Fucking Rob Schneider has a special on Netflix. The most undesired stand-up comic since, I don't know, Carrot Top? I'm not sure. I don't know. No knock on Carrot Top. Poor
No,
guy.
I know.
He gets enough shit. I actually like Carrot Top, if I'm being honest. But
He's
I don't.
strangely muscular, though.
Yeah, he's just a strange looking dude. I don't love his comedy, but I like him as a person. When I see him talking, I get into it. I'm like, okay, all right, Carrot Top, you're not terrible. He's got great stories too. He's seen a lot of history of comedy. But so I say that on the comments section, and I'm just sharing with you guys. Rob Schneider has a streaming special on Netflix, and Zoltan is on YouTube. All you have to do is press play. It's going to be a great hour of comedy. Do us all a favor. Go watch Zoltan. Let's make Zoltan part of the commercial break family. Let's make sure that he feels the love.
I agree.
So please go press play. You can also do that on our podcast. That would help us out a lot.
Yes, please press play.
Yeah. Press play on our podcast. Of course, if you're not hearing this, then how would you know to press play? But there you go. All right. Okay. All right. Let's take a break. And when we get back, through the magic of telepodcasting, Zoltan here in studio, Blue in a bedroom far away, and me and Krissy talking. You'll get through it. It's fine. It's not terrible. It's
We
just
keep
you're gonna
talking
hear it.
like it's not happening, but I'm inside. I'm laughing.
Yeah, it's happening. All right, we'll take a break. What do you say? Let's take a break, and when we get back, we'll bring him on.
Let's do it.
Okay, we'll be back. And we're here with Zoltan now. Thank you so much for coming in. I want to share with you that I think I've seen every reel that you've created in the last 2 or 3 years, and there's one reason and one reason why, and that's my wife will run in to show me the new Zoltan reel that has dropped. She is a huge fan of your comedy.
Well, first of all,
which gives me mixed emotions about you, but I'll leave it there.
First of all, thank you, and thank you to your wife. And you have no idea how much I hear that. Like when I go do shows, I can tell during the meet and greet whose idea it was to come, and who's the big fan, and who got dragged, and who's being a good sport about coming to the show. So I'm glad to know the dynamic.
Why do you think it is?
Your dog also loves.
Yeah, my dog is going absolutely bananas right now. I don't know why. She might be stuck in a closet or something. Should I check on her? I don't know. Do you get a lot more the wife or more the husband?
Man, it's kind of 50-50. But yeah, I guess more wives than husbands. I've seen more guys standing at the meet and greet going, as opposed to like wives going. I'm going to say 60-40 to the wives. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, you've got something. There's something about, I think it's like your mannerisms, your affectation, something, you're handsome. You've got this X factor going on.
Je ne sais quoi is what we have in my bio. That is what we're
exactly.
That's what we're trying to promote here.
If you ever have to go get a regular job, it'll say je ne sais quoi. They put like marketing director, or sales professional, strength.
Yeah.
Je ne sais quoi. More women like me than men. I love this. I was watching a reel, I think it was last night or the night before, that you did about UFOs. Tell me, do you have like a genuine interest and fascination in this? And are you paying attention to this 3-eye comet that's zooming around that's going to cause problems?
So I've heard about that comment, and I'm new to like the alien thing, like I've always like heard of it, but you know what the problem with aliens, that whole world is like the messenger is so important.
Yeah.
And all of the alien messengers of like the aliens are real, they've all looked like lunatics that live in a van and no one wants to believe them.
Right.
And then now like the military is like, yeah, we shot at a UFO and we hit it and it didn't do anything. This might be real.
Yeah.
Now it's like that much more interesting. And yes, I have heard of the comet that was supposed to be a spacecraft, but now maybe it's not a spacecraft, but it's dangerous nonetheless. What's the latest with it?
Okay, so I'll go down this road with you because
we talked a little about it.
Actually, this episode may not air because of that comment. We'll have to see whether or not things come out. So why not talk about it?
Yes, definitely.
It's like 3i. It's an interstellar, what they call interstellar. So it's coming from inside of our universe.
Is that intergalactic or
no? I don't.
Did Beastie Boys talk about it?
it's the way that it's circling around our solar system is strange, and we've only seen or scientists have, I'm a part of the scientific community.
Right.
Have
We
only
all are,
seen
yes.
Since 2020, we all are part of the scientific community.
True.
My grandfather is a COVID specialist. So it's the way that it's circling around our solar system makes scientists a little befuddled because they don't understand why it's moving the way it's moving. And like a comet usually has a tail that moves away from the sun. Makes sense. It's burning off ice and whatever. And this tail apparently is pointing toward the sun, indicating that it may have some kind of like thrust and it's slowing down. Now, again, Zoltan said it correctly. You have to look at the messenger of there's like 1,000 scientists out there that are like, cool, comet, dude. And there's like 6 scientists out there that are like, we're fucked. But they're not on the CBS nightly news.
Yeah,
you know
right.
They're like, they're coming to the commercial break and that kind of place.
It's kind of like the toothpaste commercials where they're like 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this toothpaste.
Yes.
What's up with that one dentist? And then that one dentist is the scientist that's like, that thing's going to kill us. And but that's interesting. I want to listen to that guy. And then I want to maybe visit his house, just see what's going on there and see if I believe him. You know?
His name is Avi
idea.
Loeb, so you can go Google him. And he's a well-respected like astronomer and whatever the other titles are. He's well-respected, except he's also known to have fits of hysterics, like, about certain things.
Psychosis?
Yeah, psychosis. That's how you want the
A
guys
little
that
dash of psychosis.
I just feel like in this day and age, we should know with a degree of certainty whether or not something is a spacecraft. Don't we?
Yeah.
We have so many things flying around. Elon's got a bunch of satellites up there. There's a bunch of shit. Why can't we determine exactly what's going on up there? I don't know.
Can we turn on Sentry mode on one of those Teslas he sent into outer space and get a look at this thing? It's that's pretty frightening. I also like the idea that this well-respected scientist has a bit of the hysterics.
He does. Yeah.
Like that's can you imagine that from like a well-respected neurosurgeon? He's like, this guy's gonna work on your brain, but he's a bit he's a kook, but we'll see what he can do. Yeah.
He's been known to get the yips during surgery. So, with the putter, like how guys, professional golfers, they call it the yips, where they can't pull the putter back because their brain. Like, imagine the neurosurgeon. He's a great neurosurgeon, best in the business. He's prone to the yips. I hope it doesn't happen on you.
Right.
If everything goes fine, it's going to go really good for you.
Oh, wow. His short game is a disaster, but he can drive it. Boy, he can drive it from the tee.
Out of town. Hey, your parents are originally from Hungary. You're originally from Hungary, is that right?
Yeah, both of us. I was born in Budapest. I was born in 87 and we moved in 91. So I was there for a really short time, just 4 years.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Why did your parents come here? Just job, seeking a better life?
My mom married a Hungarian American, and then we ended up moving. That's how we ended up coming in. We moved to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
And
Oh, Pittsburgh. That was the introduction.
Yeah, that's a lot of Hungarians over there, so it was like a smooth transition, but that marriage didn't last very long, so we were only there for like 5 years, and then we ended up moving to San Diego, where I still am, and it's where I grew up.
San Diego is
beautiful.
So beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had no clue what we were moving to. I just remember telling my teachers that I was moving, and they're like, where? And I said, San Diego, and they're like, oh, you're gonna love, like, that was the first time I had ever seen jealousy in adults' eyes, is when I told my first grade teacher that I'm moving to San Diego. Like, oh, you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
Well, it is the whale's vagina.
It is the whale's vagina. That's true. Well, I mean, when you live in Pittsburgh, though, you could say, I'm moving to New Delhi, and you're going to love it there.
Exactly.
I hear the panhandling.
The weather's way better.
The weather's way better over in New Delhi.
Yeah, I don't know what part of the whale Pittsburgh is, but not the vagina, I would say.
Did you find comedy early? Was this like a way of navigating and negotiating like your childhood? Like I think a lot of comics.
New situation.
New situations and just trying to find friends, and start making a funny and you realize that gets a reaction, you go, oh, or was this something you found later in life?
No, I mean, definitely moving around a lot and changing elementary schools every couple of years, like being funny helped making friends. And then in middle school, like I started to figure it out. I'm like, oh, comedy's cool.
Yeah.
And then I graduated high school. I didn't know what to do. And then a year after I was out of high school, I was 19 and I decided to go to an open mic. And I had a horrible set, but I was intrigued as to why. It's like, I really went in. A lot of people go into open mics with this confidence that they're going to do, like a little bit of fear, like they're going to do poorly or they could do poorly. That was, when you're young and you just have dumb confidence, that's what I had.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I had. And I'm like, this is going to go great. I have some friends here. And it did not go great. Like it was so bad. And with my friends not knowing when, they're like, we didn't know when we were supposed to laugh. So they laughed at like the wrong parts. And I'm like, not then, And it was a disaster, but I was intrigued as to why it was a disaster. And I think that kept me going back and back and back. And here we are 20 years later, 19 years later, however long it's been.
Yeah, I think that is interesting because I believe that a lot of when we've talked to a lot of comics and the story usually goes the opposite direction, which is I showed up at the open mic, I killed it, and then the next 10 times I got up there, I couldn't find a joke to save my life, right? They got the initial boost of confidence and that strung them along. It gave them enough, I guess, gas in the tank to then get to the next funny. But that's interesting that you flopped. And I would imagine 90% of humans would go, that's it. I'm done. Enough punishment for me, right? But you had some kind of fascination.
It was a challenge for you.
It was weird. Yeah, it was like some kind of like kick to my confidence where I'm like, why did I not do well? I was supposed to do well at this. And then, the next few times didn't go much better. And then, I don't know, I think it was like a few months in, I told a story instead of doing like a joke I thought was clever. And that worked better than anything else I'd done. And I was like, oh, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to more talk about my life and stuff that actually happened to me as opposed to, thinking I'm so creative.
Set up punchline, set up punchline, set up punchline is a very interesting form of comedy, but I think it, I don't know. It's not. It can be funny, right? I mean, you could. I
think
like
it's
Mitch
great,
Hedberg, but you have to be, or Seinfeld, but you have to be so. Your time, everything.
Timing.
Yeah, it's just a different. It's just there's some inside of stand-up comedy. There's a bunch of different versions of that. I think you have a very unique voice, right? You have a unique voice, like literally have a unique voice. But then the way that you deliver your comedy is very unique. I would imagine that's part of why all these women find you so sexy and attractive. It's because of the way that you move across stage. But finding that voice is probably hard to do. Like you have to go up there and just cut your teeth a million times. How many open mics did you do where you just didn't feel confident? Like you were like, oh my God.
So many. I think my second time on stage, I didn't know what a panic attack was. But I think I had one. Oh, wow. Like, I just remember my face went numb and my hands were tingling and I couldn't see. I had like peripheral vision, but the stage lights were blinding me. Oh and God. I just kept talking. I didn't run off the stage or anything. I just kept talking and I was like, this is weird. What is this feeling? And then when I was done, I was able to like sit down and then it all eventually came back. But yeah, so many moments. I call them, there's a special type of bomb, and I call them dry mouth bombs. I think other comics have talked about it, but your lips start sticking to your teeth.
Yes.
Right.
And then you start getting like saliva in the back that gets thick, and you're like, I can't talk. And everything I say is less funny than the thing before.
Wow.
But, yeah, those kind of panicky in the moment moments, they happen over and over. They might happen to me next week. I'm going to be in New York. I'll be doing some spots at clubs. I could have another dry mouth bomb waiting for me on Tuesday night. So
No,
it
it's not
keeps
gonna
things.
No, I was going to say, don't put that,
don't
in, your
put that
head.
in your head, dude. Don't put that in your head. You got the yips. There you go. He's got the yips. He left the commercial break and he never did another set. Yeah, that's super interesting. I heard a story once. There's a guy named Eddie Brill who used to. Do you know Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay, guy used to book Letterman, right? He used to be part of the crew that would book the comedians on Letterman for many, many years. And Eddie and I became friends during the pandemic, and he told me a story about another comic who got so afraid, like he would walk up on stage, he would be afraid that he had peed himself, right? Even though clearly he had not peed himself, he'd have to, like, he'd go to the bathroom right before he got on stage. This was like his biggest fear. And there was such at times, an overwhelming sensation that this had happened and no one was telling him. And he was like, it was this crazy kind of self-induced paranoia that I got myself in, that he actually stopped doing stand-up for like 6 years because he was so paranoid that this was happening or had happened, was going to happen to him. And I can understand that, because when I get up to speak in front of people, sometimes you get that dry mouth bomb. And when your lips are sticking to your teeth,
that's the worst
you
with the
know that other
lips.
people know it, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, great.
Yeah,
Now
it's noticeable. Yeah.
Now I look weird. Now I look weird and everything's going down the wrong way.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, well, when did you first know, too, that you were a cat person?
Oh, well, I mean,
I'm a
that
cat
happened. I think it happens when you first get to just have a cat in the household. You know, I was living with some roommates, and a roommate had a cat, and I just got attached to the cat. They ended up, you move away, roommates move away. And I was like, I think I need a cat in my life.
Definitely.
And so we went to go adopt one. And which that's a whole process too.
Yes.
When I adopted my cat, you check out so many cats, you read their stories,
Right.
and then this one has gingivitis. Oh, we can work through that.
Yeah.
This one may have bitten somebody. We can work through that. But I remember the cat we chose, Jessica. I picked her out of the cage and she let me hold her like a baby. Oh, and I was like, I think this is the one. And then, then I was a full-blown cat person.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I had one that lived to be 22, Patches. She was a calico. And I still haven't been able to replace her. It's too hard, but I've almost done so, and I have gone through the process that you're talking about, especially online, looking at all of the cats, picking them out, and figuring out which one would fit in your home.
Yo no
It's the whole
comprende,
thing.
bros. I don't understand. Yo no
I
comprende.
know.
Well, I'm also deathly allergic to cats, so for me,
Yeah.
That helps.
it's a death sentence. We had 2 cats when I was young, Sammy and Denise, and my parents brought them home.
Oh, those are
we had
cute.
just moved to Atlanta from Chicago, and I think my parents recognized that maybe we needed some kind of comfort or something to entertain us or kill us or whatever. I don't know. So she got these
not gonna kill you.
pair of little kittens, and they were running around the house. They weren't particularly social. But then I started breaking out in hives and having problems. We didn't put 2 and 2 together until a couple weeks later. And then one day I came home and the cats were gone. And my mom claimed that the cats just ran away. She was like, oh, the cats ran away. And we said, well, how did they run? They ran away. How did they run away? They were just gone. So I think my mom was trying to save me. But I always wondered where Sammy and Denise went. They still to this day won't tell the farm.
Yeah. That's actually very sweet of your mom to save you the shame of the household of well, you have an allergy and now we can't have these adorable things running around. It's very sweet of her.
Yes.
Zoltan, I never thought about it that way. I've never given my
reframe.
mom an ounce of credit for that whole cat story. And
There you
actually,
go.
you might be right about that. She didn't want my other brothers to be pissed off that Sammy and Denise were, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, as they're putting him in cages, sorry, your brother's allergic. And they just...
All right. You can't have them because
Your brother's
Bryan.
terrible skin complexion has made this all awful. Sorry, your brother can't breathe anymore. Can you come every Tuesday at 1 p.m. just for an hour, Zoltan? We could talk through some other life stories.
Yeah, right.
I can see
Absolutely.
if I can feel some trauma.
I would love to be an unlicensed therapist. I think that's my backup plan if this all goes to hell, is unlicensed therapy.
California psychics. You could be
California, yes.
Oh, yes, for sure.
I don't know why, but people, they call those psychics, and they call those psychics instead of a therapist, and that makes me a little nervous. If everything else on the TV doesn't make me a little bit nervous. That makes me nervous about the state of the United States. You travel a lot as a comic. I know you're on the never-ending tour, as most comics are, working comics. I don't think you have a particularly divisive kind of comedy, right? But do you get nervous when you go out on stage? Are there any jokes, punchlines, things that you might say like in 2025 where you go, this could draw a reaction?
Yeah. I mean, I like most people, I watch the news. I'm on my phone. I see what's going on, and it just seems so weird to go on stage and avoid it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And so I try to talk about it I've always tried to never be on, at least with my comedy, for people not to be able to tell which way I lean or which way I go, and just try to make everybody laugh, but still get kind of my point across in my own way.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's hard. And, I second guess myself a lot, and then I try it, and I kind of do the jokes like this at the end. I'm like, was that okay?
Yeah.
Is that?
You're asking for permission. Yeah. You're asking for acceptance of this. Did you
all
did
the
you toe
time?
The line? Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I made fun of, I did a joke about Elon Musk doing the Hitler salutes.
Oh yeah. I think I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I had a couple messages or this one lady left a comment that said, you should stay out of politics. And I was like, if that's political, then we're all screwed. Like, if making fun of that is considered just normal everyday politics, we're in big trouble. Yeah. And then apparently that was kind of true.
Now we're in trouble.
True.
Now we're in trouble. Yeah.
It's kind of true.
Now we're kind So it's weird, but it also seems so hypocritical and ignorant to just go up there and talk about butter the whole time.
Yeah.
But I kind of do that, because now I've noticed when I do make a joke about something that's going on in the news, whether it's ICE or whether it's this or that, I can just see the look in people's eyes, and they look sad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, are they coming to the show to just forget about all of that for like an hour? And then so that also crosses my mind of, should I even attempt this joke, or are people just like wanting me to talk about butter and my life and just anything that isn't that? So at least for an hour, they're like, well, that was fun. At least we didn't have to watch the news. So yeah, it's weird. It's weird because I do want to talk about stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to bum people out.
It's very interesting, and I think we kind of take the same.
That's how we
have the same frame as when we started in 2020. We said, okay, no politics. Like, give people an hour that they can just zone out and not have to listen to everything else. The incredible amount of craziness swirling around everybody's head, and I think we did that pretty well for a while. But then there's some stuff that is so omnipresent that it's like, how do you not address it at some point, at some time?
Yeah.
And when we do, we always go to reaction out of somebody. And now luckily we also, like you, we kind of go, and do you agree? Right. But we go to reaction out of somebody, and you have to, I guess you have to deal with that. But it begs an interesting question in these times. I think we need both people to speak out and speak up. And then we also need time to tune out and time to turn off. Right? Yeah. We can't be swirling in this 24 hours a day. I had a therapist once.
Reality TV.
Reality TV. That's right. Seeking Sister Wives is what we need. Seeking Sister Wives. Have you caught up on Seeking Sister Wives, Zoltan?
No, my wife and I were big into 90 Day Fiancé.
We were
Thank you.
for a while.
Very big into that. That was our distraction for many years.
Yeah, and then it really went off the rails.
Yeah, we flipped it on the other day, and I'm like, what has happened to these people?
I know. I was like, they're still on? And now they're like 10 seasons
Before the 90 days, after the 90 days,
now
on the
let's go
Love
back
Island.
home to the other country. And,
Co-parenting on the spectrum, and it's like it's everywhere. I don't know what's going on.
90 days again, another 90 days. Trying again. I mean, there are some people who have been on that show for like a decade.
I know.
For a decade. They've turned into bona fide D-list celebrities.
That's a job. That's
It
a
is.
job to be single and to try to find a love interest that's outside the borders of the United States.
true.
I think that's a gig now.
I had this belief. I mean, I understand the production of reality TV, but when I got Krissy into it, I said, you got to watch the show 90 Day Fiancé. It's insane.
All 25,000
All 20
episodes in one season.
Well, yeah,
There's
but
so
you,
many in
you
one
got
season.
late. You caught up on late. And I said to her, I said, listen, at some point the production staff just start picking the most
Yeah.
insane human
Yep.
beings because that makes the best TV. But at first, there was a little glimmer of authenticity in
There
some of those
was.
episodes. But then it just all went off the rails. I think the season that Big Ed came, the guy with no neck, I think the season that Big Ed came, it all just went
That's
to
when it
shit.
started to divert.
Yeah, but he was the most entertaining guy I've ever
He
seen.
was.
That's a San Diego guy. We used to.
Yeah.
I remember in one of the scenes, this is like middle of the pandemic, you can't do anything. And we were watching one of the episodes and my wife and I noticed, I'm like, oh, he lives in San Diego. And we would try to figure out where he was hanging out, like which restaurant. And so we would use background, like context clues. And then we tried to like go find the place. We'd
love
get
it.
coffee and we'd be like, oh, I think that was the restaurant that Ed No Neck was hanging out. Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, he was
Yeah.
driving around a pink scooter with a dog on the back of it for a while there, wasn't he? Probably isn't that hard to find.
How do you miss him? But somehow we just kept missing him.
3'5" man with no neck driving pink scooter with a dog hanging. The dog had a helmet, if I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to keep the dog safe.
That's true. Do you bring your wife on tour with you?
Certain cities, like she's coming with me to New York, Boston. She is not coming with me to Omaha and
gonna say the fun
Des Moines. Yeah. So she picks and chooses. I think Nashville, she's definitely coming to. So like the real, like, she's like, I want to go there. And she's been on the road with me so much that we have like kind of our favorite places in certain cities. We're like, oh, we're going to this city. We want to go to that. Let's go back to that coffee shop and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
fun.
incredible when you have when you're able. I mean, like I know that there's a lot of detractions to traveling around like that, right? It's not all shits and giggles. You do it for the 1 hour on stage, but if you have a traveling partner, like someone that comes with you and hangs out, and you kind of make your own little adventures, then
It makes it fun because I'm the type of person, if she's not there with me, I don't really leave the hotel.
Yeah.
Like, I will do my best not to leave the hotel. I'll go work out in the hotel gym. I'll Uber eat some food. Maybe I'll walk to a coffee shop and then I'll just do my shows. But when she comes with me, we go out, we do stuff, and that generates stories. That actually helps generate material as opposed to, oh, I went down to the lobby, I got a coffee, and then I watched
Butter on the toast.
Yeah.
it's all. I end up just talking about butter. So
Did you know the Hampton Inn in Paducah has free weights? Free weights. I didn't think it was a luxury hotel brand, but changed my mind after the free weights. Is there like a favorite city? I'd like to ask this of comics. Your brand of humor, or do you find that there's a reception in one place in the United States or in the world that's better than others? Like some comics will say, down in the South, they seem to pick up on my comedy a little bit more. Like the vibe is better. But do you find that there's a place where people embrace your comic sensibilities better than others?
yeah, I have very interesting regions that like me. Like I was just in Tacoma, Washington, where a lot of people showed up and they seem to really connect. Like the Pacific Northwest, Minneapolis is another big one, Cleveland, anywhere where there's like white people on like depression medication. There seems to be a connect. But it's not. It's weird because that is a lot of it. But then also Tampa, Florida, for some reason.
Yeah.
Like Tampa, Florida digs my comedy. They show up in large numbers, and those people, like Tampa, they're all tanned. Everyone looks like a real estate agent or like a retired pro wrestler or a stripper, and it's a specific look. But they seem to dig what I do. So, but yeah, mostly the sad whites seem to dig what I do.
until Tampa, all those other cities that you said, there's no other comic that's ever said those cities. So I think you have that region covered. Maybe it's just your brand of humor strikes the Pacific Northwest, Cincinnati, and Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That way that you do. Are you excited to travel outside the country again?
I'm pumped.
That'd be my favorite part. I would love to go travel around the world.
It's that's the dream.
Yeah.
Like the fact that, so next year I get to do the UK, which I did the Edinburgh Fringe Fest in 2017, which was an awesome experience.
Oh, wow.
But which was my only taste of like doing comedy outside of like the United States or Canada.
Oh, really?
And it was a great experience. I loved it. And then this time I get to do a few cities in the UK, and then we're going to go over to Europe and do. Man, I know Budapest is going to be on the list, so I'm really pumped about that.
Homecoming show.
yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. So like just getting to go around and travel like a band, I think is so cool. So yeah.
too.
Yeah. I'm going to drag my mom out to the Europe ones, and we're going to have a good time.
Oh, how fun.
Have you ever played Budapest since, ever?
No.
Really?
No, I never have. I haven't been back to Budapest since I was a kid, since like kindergarten, first grade, I think was the last time we went back to visit. And I don't know if it's from PTSD or what, but my mom hasn't wanted to go back.
Do you still have family there?
Yeah.
They've come to the U.S. to visit, or?
Yeah, not that much. I had a cousin visit me with her baby. It was probably 10 years ago. But no, it's a lot of... My family is interesting. Like, I think we all like each other, but I don't think any of us, like, love each other. You know what I mean? Like,
I do know this. Yes.
Yes. So, like, my mom and I...
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Yes,
It's a
exactly.
race to see who can leave the party first. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I even asked my mom, I was like, hey, if we do that show in Budapest, is like my uncle going to come? And she's like, I doubt it. I
doubt it. Okay, well, no expectations.
At least she's honest. At least she's honest.
So that's kind of my family background.
Yeah.
Like, we don't hate each other, but we're also good not seeing each other.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't hate each other,
My
but we're not
dad's
rushing
side.
to love each other either.
Yeah.
There's no reason to spend a lot of energy paying attention to each other. I do understand this. This is like, I'm married to a Venezuelan. And if it wasn't for Mike, and my other best friend is Venezuelan, so I've known him for almost 30 years. So if it wasn't for my connection with Venezuelans, I'm not sure I would understand what real family does, because
passionate and close and loving.
If a Venezuelan comes within 100 miles of my house, they're like staying in the good room. Do you know what I'm saying? But
the other cultures are so much more hospitable than ours, because my wife is Persian, and they're all, that's such a tight-knit, loving family. They have a family group chat. Like, my wife is in a family group chat with her parents and her siblings, and I got so jealous of that. I tried to create one with my mom and my brother, and I created the group chat. I sent out the first text. Nobody responded. Nothing. And I was like, I guess we don't get a family group chat. We love each other, but not like that. It's like a weird, I don't know how to describe the relationship, but
I get it.
It's kind of like cats, like a stray cat. You feed a stray cat, like it will come by, it will hang with you for a bit, but it's like, I'm not trying to love you. I'm just trying to get on with my life.
I don't want to be in your world, but if you feed me every once in a while, cool. Like, we'll leave it at that. It's like, I don't know, like loveless sex with someone that you it's good, but I'm not here. I don't need you to come home with. You can't leave your underwear in my drawer. That's what I'm saying.
No toothbrush.
No toothbrush. No toothbrush.
You.
I get this. I started a family group chat, but now I've, years ago. But now I find that we start different family group chats depending on who we can say what to. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? Because I have a big Irish Catholic family. It'll be like, well, I don't know if I can include them in this particular conversation.
Yeah.
And I don't like this guy, so he's not invited to this party. And so we have thousands of different chats, but they never go anywhere. It's like one or two messages back or yes, no, smiley face, emoji.
Right.
Meanwhile, I'm in the Venezuelan family group chat.
Oh, it's active every day.
If I don't check it
Yep.
in an hour,
Yep.
there's 600 notifications. They take videos that are hours long of them
Yeah.
just driving in somewhere, talking about a radio show they heard. It's unbelievable. I like it because I feel like that's my connection
It feels
to
good.
something
Yeah.
loving and great. Not that my family isn't great. They are, of course they are, but they're just different. It's just different.
Yeah.
Europeans are different. Of course, then there's the Spanish, and they're a whole different animal altogether. Because
It's just, I think Europeans, I think you nailed it. We're just not good at creating or joining or having a sense of community. And I think that's why we're more susceptible to cults, is because when we try to join a community, we end up in a documentary, like going, I didn't know it was a cult. I just didn't know what community was.
Yeah.
Really friendly.
And now I'm in a cult,
she said she was from Venezuela. I didn't know. She was so loving. They invited me to family get-togethers. I had strange Venezuelans in my house at all times. I'm going to finish this because, like I said, Venezuelan comes within 100 miles. They're sleeping in my good room.
Yeah.
We would go back to Chicago, where my mother's mother and father, still alive with her 6 brothers and sisters, and we would stay at a hotel less than half a mile from their house.
Right.
And they had like a 5-bedroom house that no children lived in. Like no children, no grandchildren, no nothing. And we would stay somewhere else. It was so foreign to me that the first time I went to Spain to visit my wife's the other half of her family, it's like, what do you think? You want to stay at my aunt's house? And stay at your aunt's house?
Right.
No, you mean but
it's like offensive if you don't.
Oh, it was offensive.
That's the thing.
Oh, it was. I had to make an excuse. I said I'm allergic to cats. They had a cat.
There you go.
They had a cat. I got out.
Yeah.
It all comes full circle.
Always have that in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Is there a cat? Is there a cat in the alley? Is there a cat anywhere on the premises?
Near.
Yeah.
I can't be anywhere near.
Do you besides 90 Day Fiance? Do you get into show? What's your thing on the road? Is it books? Is it shows? Is it movies? Or is it all of music? Is it all of the above? Is it the commercial break? Is it?
Yes, it is. I only listen to the commercial break on the road, but that and
Checks in the mail.
yeah, thank you. I read a little bit. I like watching old movies. That's kind of what I've been into. So I'll get on Amazon Prime, which for some reason, the one thing they're good at on Amazon Prime is just old movies.
Serving you up old movies.
They have a good selection.
Yeah. So last week, I think I watched Brewster's Millions.
Wow. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think there's something calming about just an old movie that's done in 90 minutes, not like these new movies that everything's a director's cut. Everything's the best movie ever made, but you also never want to watch it again.
True story.
I don't know. I think I'm becoming that person that just won't watch anything new anymore. And it's nah, just put on something from 1985 and I'll be happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I put Ferris Bueller's Day Off
classic.
up against any newfangled whatever as just a brilliant movie that is a nugget of a movie. It's like an hour and 20 minutes long or something. You could get the whole story, everything in there.
Yep.
And I could repeat it word for word as a child. And still to this day, I watch that movie sometimes, or Blues Brothers or whatever. It's these movies, they're so amazing. And you're right about something. Everything is the best movie ever made. The hype machine is on full overdrive, and complicit with it is all the critics who can't be against this director or that director. Everything feels so overhyped, but it doesn't really live up to the hype. Do you remember The Irishman, the movie that they spent $30 billion on, and Martin Scorsese? It was a good movie, but I would not watch it again.
Dude, you'd have to pay me. What did all the editors get fired? In the last, there's no editing.
None. It goes on forever. Yeah.
Every scene's in there. We were scrolling through HBO last night looking for something to watch, and The Substance was on there. with Demi Moore and I forget the other actress's name. And it was like a really, we saw it in, we saw it in theaters, and it was a great movie with like a great message about how, you know, beauty and women and how it's unfair and all that stuff. But the soundtrack, like the music they used and the visuals were so jarring and screeching. I wouldn't watch that movie ever again. Yeah. But it was one of the best movies of last year. And the rewatchability of movies is like completely gone. I think the last rewatchable movie was maybe The Hangover. I don't know which since then, if there's been one.
I think you're onto something here. Yeah. I've said that I think the originality in there, it still exists, but the originality in Hollywood is so
diminishing.
It's diminishing because no one wants to take a chance on anything. They just want to rehash the thing that already was. Remake it, rehash it, retell it, redo it, director's cut. And so then we're just left with a bunch of garbage. I mean, I don't know. Superman was a good movie. I'll say that. Superman, the new Superman.
I have not seen that. I need to see that.
Was okay. Like, I thought it was, I would watch it again.
You said it was good.
Yeah. What do you read when you're, like, if you're into books, what do you read? What does Zoltan read? So I can read it and become attractive to my wife again.
That's funny. That's what my wife says. I was reading last night. And she was scrolling on her phone, and then she looked over at me, and she goes, "Do you think you're better than me?" Just because you're reading.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, recently, this year I read a couple Hemingway novels because I never read them before.
Jeez, that's heavy.
Love those.
Yeah, so I read it. I read The Sun Also Rises was the last one, and I didn't get it. Like, nothing happens. It's just like 5 guys trying to hook up with this one girl, and they chase her around Europe, and they all just hang out and drink. It was it was almost like if you read the script to the Kardashians, where they just kind of walk around and do nothing. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? And then I hung out with my buddy over the weekend who has a master's in creative writing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the main character of that book couldn't hook up with that girl because he lost his genitals in World War I." And I was like,
"Where did I?
What page was that on?" That was on none of the pages I read. And he was like, "It's subtle," but I was like, "Why do you know that?" And he's like, "I got a master's in creative writing," and I was like, I missed all of it. I thought this guy had all the genitals and not hooking up with this lady. I didn't get it.
You know, that is so crazy. Like, what is subtle about losing your genitals in World War I?
Yeah. I thought it would be like a big thing, and there was not
at least a chapter dedicated to it.
Something, a sentence.
I thought I was so cool because I would go over to Spain. I get to Madrid. The first thing I do, I understand that Hemingway has like a thing with Spain, right? He was there. He was in Madrid. He was, he even would lobby the government officials. He would be there near the parliament. He was like, he was a drunk, and he would get out there and, talk on behalf of the Spaniards.
And a cat lover.
And so I was so cool because the uncle that I had just met, the Spaniard, who lived in Madrid all his life, by the way, he says, "Where do you want to go?" I'll take you, and let's go. I said, "Let's go to some bars where Hemingway drank." I picked some out. I Googled them, I'm going to be
That's cool.
That is cool. So we go to the first bar. Great. Then we go to the second bar, which is, he liked to drink like port sherry, right? And so there's a bar. It's in an alley in Madrid near the parliament, but it's kind of a dark alley. It opens at 10:30 p.m. and then it closes whenever it closes. It has electricity, and that's about the only modern convenience. It has no register. It has you can't take out your phone. There's no music. It says on there, no music, no yelling, no fighting, no spitting, no cussing. And basically, you hand them exact cash. It also says no tip, no propina.
Wow.
No tipping. And so
that's Europe, yeah.
I'm standing outside of this bar, like a couple of other people are waiting. We go in. It's a lot of intellectual types. You can tell this is the type of place where Hemingway would have hung out, and I should not be hanging out.
They are better than you.
They are better, way better than me. I go up, and this, gringo, hey, let me get whatever. The only thing that they serve, which is this, sherry in this big barrel that Hemingway apparently drank out of the same barrel, whatever. So he gives us these glasses. He hands us some fruit and some nuts and some dates or whatever it is, and then he gives me the amount. And I hand him, like, whatever it is, 20 euros. And I said, keep the change in Spanish. And he goes to the register, which is just basically a basket full of money, and he takes out the money, gives it to me, and I push it back to him. And I said, like, I give him this one number, and he just points to this, and then he says in English, I will kick you out of here quickly. And I was like, oh my God. So I thought I was cool like Hemingway.
Was that the end of your bar hop?
Oh, we left so quickly after we finished those drinks because then everybody was staring at me. He said it in English, but everyone else understood it. And since there's no music, screaming, talking loudly, or dancing, everyone heard exactly what was said.
He was entertained.
Yeah, he saw me coming a mile away. He's like, I'm going to make an example of this American so they never come back into my bar.
I love it. But you can see why Hemingway would drink there because you just described a character from a novel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's who this bartender was. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Well, it still exists to this day. It's still there. I mean, you can Google it, and if you go to Spain, if you go to Madrid, you can go take that same tour, but don't make the same mistake. Stay
Bring
quiet.
exact change.
Stay quiet. Bring exact change. It is absolutely prohibited to take any photographs in there. Like, you cannot take out your phone for any reason. Don't even try.
Wow.
But I went I completely disrespected the place, and I went like this. And I thought, oh, this is great. I got a picture of this to keep it. And what I got was the side of the bartender's head sideways with a fuzzy photograph with a couple bottles behind him. So what I really got was a picture of the guy who basically kicked me out of it.
The soup Nazi of the wine. Yeah.
The tip Nazi. What is the next? Where does the tour take you next?
Well, I mean, let's see, what's the rest of the year? New York, Boston, Minneapolis, Omaha, Des Moines. My wife's skipping all of those.
Yeah.
Nashville, Washington, D.C., and Kansas City is the rest of the year.
Oh, good one.
And then the next year is going to be wild. It's going to be a bunch of Canada dates, all over the U.S. and the U.K. and the EU. It's going to be crazy.
I love this for you. I'm so
pumped
excited
for it. Thank you.
Are you? Are there plans in the future to do? I mean, I know you have a special coming out, right?
Yes.
Talk a little bit about the special. Dropping on YouTube or have dropped on YouTube. Links in the show notes.
Yeah. London Fog. We shot it in Seattle last April at the Neptune Theater. It came out really great. Usually I'm not happy with anything I shoot. But the people the crew that shot this thing and edited it, it looks beautiful. I didn't mess up any of my words, which I'm happy about. And yeah, we tried pitching it to the major streamers. They politely said no. And so we're going to the #1 streamer in the world, YouTube. And I will force my comedy on people.
But Zoltan, I don't get this. Like, you're clearly very popular and becoming more popular online.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know, a couple 1.5 million something collective followers. There are people who have a lot less followers that have major streamers streaming. There are people who are a lot less funny who have.
This is true.
I'm not going to name them. I'm not going to name them by name, but they may or may not have fellow comedy podcasts. But I don't understand why they would turn that down. That seems dumb on their behalf.
I mean, it's.
Or is that just the name of the game? You just got to keep doing it till you find.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm definitely not going to stop, and I'm thankful to live in an era where everyone can still say no, and you can still put your work out to the people, and they can say yes. Mm-hmm. So I would rather have it that way than the other way, where like I don't like. The people don't like me as much, but maybe someone who's in charge of a Netflix or whatever does like me. So they keep platforming me, but it just doesn't seem to
resonate.
gather. Yeah. So I'd rather have the situation I do than the other way. But I mean, it comes down to one person's decision. I mean, if you add up all the streamers, what do we have? Like 5 of them?
Yep.
And those are the people that make those decisions. Those are 5 people. I mean, I can go outside right now and find 5 people that don't like my comedy.
Yeah.
So it just happens to be those 5 people. I haven't made something that really resonates with them, and that's fair. And I'll just keep putting it on YouTube until I make something that they're like, all right, let's give him a shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You'll get there. You'll get there.
I'm not going to quit, so we'll keep chugging.
No, of course not. You're making I would imagine, making a fair living doing this, and that, I guess at the end of the day, that's a blessing in and of itself, right? You get to go up and make people laugh.
Every day I don't have to clock in at a warehouse to unload trucks like I used to is a blessing, and so things are going well. No complaints.
We're winning. Zoltan's comedy special, there's a link in the show notes. He, of course, is on tour forever and ever, so you can find him at a city near you. He's very funny. He's one of my wife's favorite comics, if not my wife's favorite comic, but I also will share that I like you too. Thank you. Even though you are closer, like my wife likes you more than she likes me, I still like you nonetheless. But you're one of many men that's true. So there you go.
I appreciate that. Tell her I said thank you.
I will. Zoltan, thank you very much. By the way, come back. You're welcome back anytime. When you get done with that tour, or when you're getting ready to go on that tour, come back and we'll talk about it.
Or if you come to Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. If you come to Atlanta.
I will be there. Oh, man, I forgot the date off the top of my head, but we're doing the Center Stage Theater over there.
Nice.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That's a great place to see comedy.
Yeah, I'm pumped to do it. So I wish I remembered.
2026?
Yes, I'm going to lie to you and say April, but it might be May.
We will come see you, but then if you want to, you can come sit down with us.
I would love to. That'd be great.
That would be great. Zoltan, links in the show notes. Thank you so much, my friend.
All right, thank you.
All right, what'd you think? Annoying enough or not annoying enough? Or Well, let's focus on Zoltan. Zoltan was really good. He was really funny. He was really great to have in here.
He was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's great. Thank you, Zoltan. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Zoltan. We're very sorry about the dog barking. He politely never said a word.
He politely did not. I know.
He must have heard it. He must have gone. I thought at some point he'd go, do you want to go check on that animal?
Well, I think I brought it up at one point.
You did at the beginning. You did.
And you were like, no, she seems okay.
Yeah, I was like, no, she'll stop in a second. Just thinking, and that's what I just kept thinking to myself. She'll stop in a second. But then we're like,
it was an hour.
We're like 20 minutes in, and I don't want to like interrupt the flow. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you're going to get it back. It's a tough call to make. I made the wrong call. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you for sticking with it. This will go down in history as the episode Blue most appeared in. She's appeared in every episode, but this one, she took up a lot of airtime. A lot of bark time there. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we both jumped up afterwards to go check.
Immediately. I ran. I was like, okay, what the fuck? And there she is laying on the bed. She's like, what's wrong? The chair that I used to get down's not there. Oh, okay, fuck you. Okay, fuck you. All right. Thanks, Blue. Thanks for ruining it with Zoltan. Now Astrid's never going to get remarried to Zoltan. All right. All the links in the show notes. He's got shows coming up. He's coming here to Atlanta if you're in the area. He's going to a lot of places. And then he's going to be over in Europe and in Canada. And he's going to...
going global.
He's going global. Zoltan worldwide, baby. Worldwide.
Worldwide.
All right. Links in the show notes. Also, go watch his special. That's the biggest favor I think we can do Zoltan right now, besides buying tickets, is going and watching the special. It's on YouTube. There is a link. I gave it to you. All right. 212-433-3TCB. 212-433-3822. Questions, comments, concerns, content, ideas. Also, please join us on our live recordings on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and possibly Instagram if I can figure it out. All you have to do is follow us at The Commercial Break on Instagram. Go to the website, tcbpodcast.com, and watch this and every other episode on YouTube at youtube.com/The Commercial Break. All right, Krissy, that's all I can do for today.
I think so.
I'll tell you that I love
and
you.
I love you.
Best to you. And best to you out there in the podcast universe. Until next time, Krissy and I will say, we do say, and we must say,
goodbye.